What collection did you have as a child that would have been worth a fortune now had your parents not thrown it away? I had the complete collection of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figures. I packed them into a box and put them away, then later when looking for them I couldn't find them. Asked my mother. Oh, those. I threw them out. You weren't playing with them anymore. That's when you throw out the guest towels and fine china. You weren't using them. Is it the same story everywhere? My mother has a showcase of fine china and other fine crockery, but I've never ever seen her use them in my 23 years of life. According to her, they're for guests. What guests? I found out my brother-in-law was using his grandfather's coin collection to buy energy drinks and cigarettes. They were a lot of mint silver dollars, assorted old coins he had been collecting for decades. I found him basically taking the coins out of their display cases and tossing the plastic case so he could use them at face value. Grandfather at the time had dementia, so no longer cared, and I never found out how much money was lost. What an absolute piece of shit. My alcoholic father did this to my mother so he could support his habit. Really fucking slime. Why? I never technically owned it, but I got to see it once. My grandfather's comic book collection. He would be 92 if still alive. It's in a chest in the original family home, inherited by a hoarder who will probably lose it all someday. Honestly, better than that is the huge luggage trunks the family brought to the States when moving from Czechoslovakia in the 1800s. They are in the same attic. Why do hoarders always inherit the family home? Hoarding must work like gravity. The more stuff you have, the more stuff you get. I might not understand gravity. Hello, my name is Masinga Mbeki, Prince of Nigeria. I am very sorry to hear about the loss of your coins. As it so happens, my father, the King of Nigeria, recently made me the CEO of the African Ministry of Collectible Coins. I would be happy to send you many replacement South African coins even greater in value than the ones you have lost. All I require is a small administration fee plus shipping. However, due to the immense value of the coins, the shipping will have to be insured. The total cost for this comes to $983.27. I understand that this may be a lot of money for you up front, but as soon as your coins arrive you can sell just one of them to recover the amount of the fee many times over. Please PM me your confirmation and I will give you the details of the Western Union transfer. PS, this is a totally legal and everyday transaction here in Africa. Please do not have any worries or concerns that this is a scam, which it is not. Best regards, Michael Jones. Thanks, Prince. I will DM you without delay. Sent from my iPhone. About 40 Indian arrowheads collected on my grandparents' farm for years by myself and my grandfather, and full sets of baseball cards from 1969 to 1980. My mom decided to toss out all that junk when I moved out for military. I don't understand the instinct to do that. Put it in a box and shove it in a closet. My mom had a collection of signed Beatles records that she threw away after she converted to Christianity because played backwards they summoned the devil or something. For years I was hoping to inherit it when I grew up. All I think it summoned was poverty. I met a lady who was a flight attendant on their first flight back to the UK from the US. They signed magazines for all the flight attendants. She had it appraised about 20 years ago and it was worth $10,000. I had to read your comment 5 times to work out why the first commercial flight from US to UK was so significant to have such a high value for the flight attendant's signature. Nearly all of the first 24 editions of virtually every Marvel series, from the Fantastic Four to Spider-Man, including the Amazing Tales in which he was introduced, to Iron Man, the Hulk, Thor, SGT Fury and his Howling Commandos. Basically all of them. At a comic book store I was once looking at some collector's editions of those comics priced at about $1,500 to $2,400. I said to the clerk, "Man, I used to have all of these." The clerk, whom I'm sure was Matt Groening's model for Comic Book Man, without even looking up said in a bored voice, "Do you know how many times a day I hear that? Worst impression ever." I had pretty much every TMNT action figure ever made. I was obsessed. I had them stashed in a container in my closet when I went away to college, and when I came home my mom had given them all away to her friends' kids, along with all of my Legos, without even asking. Not the Legos. 2. Trust me, no sarcasm. My BF and I had been collecting Legos for a few years and boxed cuz he wanted to do a YouTube with them. They were all stolen along with half of our garage a couple years back. It's a shitty feeling knowing shit is gone and you can't get it back. And your own flesh and blood. Oh good lord, you made it to the end of the video. Give this video a thumbs up so I can give my butthole a thumbs up. And if you like my videos, please feel free to subscribe. I post my bullshit every other day. Thank you, Flea.